Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. I know we're a little bit late here this morning, but I just couldn't get myself going here. Just giving you the raw truth, right? And wow, stuff to get up this morning. But anyway, we are here now until for about the next hour or so before we join the On New Jersey folks there on New Jersey. That's the YouTube handle, if you want to call it that. That's when you find us there doing the New Jersey Morning Show. So we thank you this morning. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and we're trying Twitter again. I'm just doing some experimentation there just to see what kind of views that I'm getting from Twitter. I can't read the comments, unfortunately, but just wanted to see what kind of interaction you want to call it with the Twitter, with my Twitter fans, right? Twitters, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, we thank you so much for dialing us up here on this November the 3rd. You can believe it's already just 3 weeks to Thanksgiving. 3 weeks. Where did that go? Wow. My gosh. But anyway, we thank you so much for dialing us in. Let me open up the comment section. And Alexandra says, good morning. Good morning to you. Let's bring in our sponsors here. What we're going to do is going to put up all 4 sponsors here. We'll see if we have time to put a full sponsorship in. But I want to get to the scene here this morning, and actually if I got my act together and we're able to get on a little bit earlier, we would have seen, as we will go to our incident page, that this incident page from New Jersey actually had nothing. It was empty. That's the first time I've seen that in I don't even know how long. I couldn't even tell you. Couldn't even tell you how long that since I've seen something like that. That's kind of crazy. But so we are now watching it fill in, unfortunately. So we've got debris here on the Western Spur southbound at 16W. All lanes are open. Crash in the Parkway east south at 140. Yet again, another crash. Unbelievable. And then 17 north at Central Avenue, Rochelle Park. Left lane is shut. So we know we have cameras in that area, and we'll get to Raine in the Weather Center here in about 2 more minutes. Want to stay on schedule with that, but we'll give you a quick update here. As far as our temperatures are concerned, it's fairly chilly out there in certain places, especially out on the island, into the lower to mid 40s or so. Same thing out towards Somerville at 36. That must be in a valley or something where that is populated. Let's just quickly check our benchmark at Monticello at 37 at Fair Skies. What's going to warm up fairly nicely today, but Raine, let her tend to that in the Weather Center. So let's go to the Parkway camera here. Let's dial that in this morning. Let's see what we've got. We want to go to the tower at 142. And, well, you can't really see it. You can just see the heavy traffic behind it. We'll blow that full screen. So southbound is just an absolute parking lot. Heading out to the long-term construction. Again, that construction just seems like it's claimed so many vehicles over the last 6 months or so. Just the way it's kind of lane shifting, and now they're finishing up the bridges, but now they're replacing this concrete center median just south of Vauxhall Road all the way down into Kenilworth. So who knows how long that project's going to take place, but you know what? Let them do it now. So maybe by like next summer, by the Memorial Day, mid-spring or so, that is completely finished. They've got all the gear out there, all the construction crews and the apparatus. Let them just continue to fix that because it has to be fixed, and might as well do it now instead of later. So, but look at this gorgeous color here with the trees, and these leaves are really coming down, as evidence my father having a fit with the leaves in the backyard, but I digress. Let's go to the Weather Center. Whoa, hey now. Let's go to Raine in the Weather Center. Let me bring up the reports here. Let's check it out, see how warm it's going to get. Good morning, Raine.
Good morning, Don, and happy Thursday morning to everybody. Looking at our headlines for today, we are experiencing some spring-like temperatures. ahead this week, which is obviously not normal considering it is November. And those warm temperatures do continue throughout the weekend. And then as we move into next week, around Tuesday, that's when our temperatures will start to cool down back to normal for how it would be for fall. Looking at our commute forecast, nothing to say here for the morning and the evening. Looking like clear skies, sunny skies as well, so really nothing of concern. And then looking at our futurecast, for the remainder of today, everything looks like clear skies, barely a cloud in the sky, everything's looking great, so make sure to get outside and enjoy it while you can. Moving into Friday, really nothing of concern either, some thickening clouds at times, but really nothing, just clouds, and that's pretty much it. And moving into Saturday, the same could be said, some passing clouds, but no precipitation or anything. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Raine, and good morning to you in the Weather Watchers studios there. Again, still having just a little bit of technical difficulty. That's why it looks a little bit behind the scenes. But as Anna said, I kind of do like the behind the scenes look for their reports. So, which is nice. So this is the backup here, heading south into 78. So it starts back towards just south of 143 with that crash still in the process of being cleared. Going north, we're heavy out of Clark into Union. That's kind of just normal stuff for the morning ride. Let's dial in the western spur, but again, there was nothing shut there, so that seems to be okay. The Hudson River crossings now looks like I would imagine we're probably going to be pushing an hour here close to at the Lincoln, because that traffic on Route 3 is backed up to the Meadowlands. I didn't hear of anything beforehand, if that any outstanding issue. About 40, half an hour at the Lincoln, still an hour at the George, really. I think there was something going on there for the upper level earlier this morning. Here's the issues here along 17, getting in towards Rochelle Park. I can go to the cameras, but do not think that this camera here will be able to see it, although they probably zoom. No, we can just see the heavy traffic heading south. Doubt the camera here in Lodi. Yeah, you're not going to see anything. So it's right there at Central Avenue. It's just a horrible spot. Again, they're in the early design phase, I believe, of placing these two bridges here that go over Passaic and out towards Central Avenue to widen 17 here, so it doesn't come down to just two lanes with no shoulder. They're going to actually add a third lane and then continue with the bridge replacement. That's going to be a couple of years of that project, but hopefully once they finish that 17 will flow so much better here with an extra lane coming all the way down into Lodi, because it is a tough ride every single morning. These, drivers having to deal with that situation. Let's widen it up. And again, kind of just our normal delays south along 208 as you head into Paramus out of Hawthorne and Fairlawn, both ways of 80, 46, the Parkway through Bloomfield. So is the ride here along eastbound 24 as we get south of 287, some sun glare, 80 getting into exits 34, 35, and then continuing out towards Parsippany. And our whole deal here, 19 getting up to the Skyway, truck routes 1 and 9, Bay Extension, a lot of sun glare there. 14 off the northbound Turnpike is busy, and the 15E is crowded. The Turnpike through Southern Union County, Middlesex County is fine. 287 both ways, just north of the Edison area, and Route 27 is crowded. Then again into Piscataway, bound Brook, both ways, exits 10 up through 12. It's a heavy ride. Surprisingly, no sun glare here on 78, which is good. And then Western Warren County on 80 and 46 looks pretty good. 202, that is fine. 206 in Hillsborough is a little bit busy. 18 coming up in towards Route 1 again is crowded. So is this Route 9 situation, getting onto the Parkway because of that long-term construction with a lane down, coming onto that acceleration ramp. That's why it's a little bit more crowded here, merging in with 35 as people are just avoiding this altogether. and then taking 9 over the Edison Bridge. Continue down into Monmouth County. Just sporadic pockets of delays here on 35 here at 36. And both ways of, Route 9, a little crowded. Same thing on 18 at that interchange up by Texas Road. Continue to 29 is busy into the Trenton Tunnel. 206 is fine. And then 4255 on the 76 West, 295 exits 30 down to 26 is a little bit busy. It doesn't look as bad as we've seen in the past. 73, some sporadic traffic light delays there. So is 70 as you make your way. Ben Franklin certainly heavier than the Walt Whitman heading into Philly. Unfortunately, Philly's lost there for our South Jersey fans there. Lost 5-0 in a combined no-hitter. That's only Don Larson's perfect game in 56. And then I think there may have been one other one, but they're in kind of rarefied air there with 4-pitcher combined no-hitter. Surprising that, that the Phillies bats went so quiet in game 3. They hit 5 home runs. So we'll see what happens. Game 5 tonight. Citizens Bank Ballpark. Game 5, it's definitely going to a game 6, which will be on Saturday. So that will be back in Houston, 6 and 7. Let's dial in transit now. See what we've got. The corridor. 732 New Brunswick departure canceled due to a mechanical issue. Riverline, bunch of schedule changes there because of operator availability and mechanical issues. So be mindful of that. Let's dial in path now. See what's happening here this morning. I think things are looking good. Let's go to the city now at 753. Sorry about that. Some water. 40. I have 44 here in Central Jersey. I don't know. It just feels a little chillier than that, but as I say, it feels a little chillier. I've got the heat on, but I have the fan on too, so it's just kind of a nice mix. Get some fresh air. Van Wyck approaching Northern Boulevard. Left lane is shut. Wondering with this warm weather if a lot of our friends are using the work from home thing or just taking today off or seeing what the forecast is. I think at 8 o'clock we'll go into hit the weather center again. Rain, and we'll dial in that 7-day weather forecast here right away since we're a little bit behind schedule this morning. East on the expressway, a lot of sun glare getting out to the Verrazano. The New York City Marathon is on Sunday, and I'm sure probably people have heard what the weather is forecast for Sunday. I mean, Sunday's highs could get close to 80 degrees. I mean, that's insanity. Now, again, when the marathon starts, I believe it starts at 8:30. I think so. I think it's 8:30 that the elite runners kick off, and then 9 o'clock is the full 35,000 runners. We're still going to be into the, probably around, maybe a little slightly warmer than it is now. It's into the low 50s. So that's not a terrible temperature to run in, but it's going to warm up, fairly quickly for some of the other runners. Once we get past lunchtime and stuff, it's going to be well into the 60s by then. So that could be a little bit challenging. So, Kiwanis BQE combo is just a mess. Now looking at possibly another crash here on the Kiwanis past the Prospect. Yesterday we got saddled up with that accident for hours. When I mean hours, it was hours before that cleared. It just was forever. There's the outbound side. Down here to this camera. Let's see if we, there it is. Now, how does that incident page for the city not have that? That's kind of shocking that they don't have that. Let me see if the 511 for New Jersey has it for New York. I don't know if that page is as accurate as what I'm thinking, but no, it is. They just didn't bother to put it in. Anyway, let's see here. So the outbound side here, about middle part through Industry City. Looks like we got 4 cars involved. We have a fire truck. I don't see any NYPD on scene. There's actually 2. I wonder if one of these vehicles caught fire or what. I mean, bringing out 2 units, that's a big deal. Oh, there goes the second unit. 1 unit that's leaving the scene. So maybe you'll make the traffic flow a little slightly better there. Okay, so that outbound Gowanus, we've got confirmed crash. And once again, here we go. We've got delays all the way back through the LIE. Wow. Second crash in that same spot. Battery tunnel, about 15 minutes or so. Again, you still have to get through all of this, even though you have the HOV lane. Brooklyn Bridge, Williamsburg Bridge, fairly busy. Manhattan Bridge is probably the best out of the 3 usually. Part of that is just because there's no really direct access from the BQE to the Manhattan Bridge. Midtown Tunnel's at least solid 30 minutes, about 10 here at the Ed Koch. North on the BQE, really heavy, getting up to the Grand Central. West on the Grand Central, looks like we have another crash out by LaGuardia. Let's go through here. See if we see anything. That's going west. That's going. We're on the westbound side here. That is the exit for Hoyt Avenue. I believe that's what that was. This is the 31st Street. It's off the bridge. That's heading east on the left. That's getting off for Hoyt. They were saying there's a crash out this way. That's west coming towards us. That's west there. I don't, if there is, I certainly don't see anything. I certainly don't see anything. And this is the other here. Let's see here. This is north coming towards us is a little sluggish. Well, I don't. Yeah, a little heavy. 8 o'clock is our time. Good morning. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show down here in the Traffic Center. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We're live. Please like, subscribe to the channel if you can. That would be fantastic. Let's go here to the GCP Connect. There we go. The wreck. FDNY is on scene. It's on the connector. I see. I see. Uh-huh. That's heading east. That's going west. So that's why this is all tuned up here back onto the Whitestone Expressway. Look at this LIE. Wow. That is just getting crushed here this morning. Before we get any deeper into this, let's go to Raine Herbert in the Weather Center and get a check of our forecast. Good morning.
Good morning, Don. Looking at our headlines for today, spring-like temperatures much warmer than you would expect for fall this week, and those do continue out through the weekend as well. And then as we move into next week, our temperatures will start to cool down once again around Tuesday. So looking at our commute forecast for this morning, looking like clear skies, and the same can be said for this afternoon and evening, nothing of concern. And looking at our future casts for the rest of today, looking like clear skies, hardly a cloud in the sky. And then as we move into Friday, a couple clouds start passing by throughout the day, but no precipitation with the exception of maybe Long Island. There's a small shower out there, but really nothing to be concerned about. And then the same can be said for Saturday, just some passing clouds, nothing too crazy. And for our 7-day forecast, today we have a high of 68 and a low of 44, so our low is still around where we would expect it to be for the fall season. But as we move into the weekend, that is when it starts to get a lot warmer than usual. Our high is all in the 70s. More specifically, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, our high is actually all at 76, so definitely warmer than usual. No precipitation for the next 7 days, all just clouds on and off. And as I said, as we move into Tuesday, that is when those temperatures start to cool down once again. We have a high of 66 on Tuesday, a low of 46, and then on Wednesday, once again, still continuing to cool down again, with a high of 62 and a low of 50. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Raine. Great job as always in the Weather Center. So you definitely see these warmer temperatures. Get out and enjoy, right? Maybe head to the beach, head down the shore, play a couple rounds of golf this weekend, and definitely, yeah, just beautiful weather. You know, put the top down, get the car washed, that kind of stuff. For this weekend, if you have time, a good thing maybe to do is to get out and enjoy the weather, and to do that, possibly think about, I know we haven't even hit Thanksgiving yet. We're 3 weeks away, but putting out your holiday decorations now, your lights and whatever you're going to do. Easier to put it out when it's 75 degrees than wait till like the first week of December when potentially it could be in the 30s or something, and then that becomes a real problem. But you could put the lights up and wire it all up. You don't have to turn it on or do anything until you want to, but at least you're able to do it when it's certainly a lot warmer in shorts and short sleeves instead of bundled up in heavy coats. So while Raine was doing the forecast, I found this accident here east on the LIE. It's just as you cross into Long Island. It's probably like Floral Park, that area just east of the Cross Island Parkway that's going eastbound. That's a pretty heavy duty wreck here. It looks like 1, 2, 3 vehicles. Looks like this one's into the wall of the bridge this morning. Let's see if they've populated that. Yeah, eastbound between the Cross Island and Little Neck Parkway. Right in here. So that's why this is just jacked up all the way back to probably Maurice Avenue going east this morning. I mean, it is just a mess. So hopefully everyone's okay in that collision. I want to go to the state cameras from our friends over at Inform out on Long Island, because that's kind of where the crossover takes place right there. Because Inform, technically Queens and Brooklyn are part of Long Island. So geographic wise, I'm not, see if their camera is showing anything here. This is at Marathon Parkway. That's going east. That's practically right at the Cross Island, so it doesn't look like they have any eyes on it either. That's going east here on the right. Cross Island. Hmm. Ooh, that eastbound side is just brutal. Oof. Oofa. So let's see here now. Again, that's okay. They finally put the Gowanus issue that we showed you first before they had it, and we showed you this before they had it as well. So we're kind of 2 for 2. Northbound FDR has got a new crash here out by the RFK Triborough. Dial that in. That would be right in here. And you can see what that's doing to traffic all the way back to the Midtown Tunnel. So let's bring in the Long Island incident page. Only thing I see is the overturned tractor trailer on the service road in the LI at 62. Let's see if they've got cameras there. I think it's right towards the end. This is the service road, and then that's the actual exit up the Stony Brook. That's what's shut. I think it's around this curve here where this overturned truck took place early this morning. There's a whole lot of traffic really behind it. That's right out in this area here. Cinema Deluxe. It's also heavy into here. I'm thinking maybe it's just off the ramp here. Heading up right in here underneath the LIE maybe. But there's really no eyes on that. Sunrise Highway here at the merge is heavy. And then just regular normal traffic west on the expressway heading past Vets Highway. Then we have more traffic here north on the Wantagh is busy. Getting north of the Southern, both ways of the Southern heavy between the Meadowbrook and the Wantagh. East on Sunrise, the Southern is busy into the Meadowbrook. And west on the LIE is fairly crowded here at 39, then again into 44. So west at the Wantagh Parkway. Static Coast a little heavy north of the Southern. But the East End, again, our normal, boy, the Hamptons this weekend is going to be just jacked up. That's going to be like summer. I mean, it's got to be just stunning, even though, I mean, even like down the shore and stuff, you know, Seaside Heights, Point Pleasant, most of those attractions and everything are all shut for the season. But boy, if you were one of the ones that are still open on the boardwalk this weekend, you know, you could, I wouldn't be surprised. I wonder if they're actually able to open leases and stuff like that to open up the games and stuff. Rides, maybe not. But like the games and things like that, games chance and stuff. I don't know. Be interesting. Find out. All right. So there's the Hamptons this morning. Let's go into Connecticut and bring that into the conversation. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just our normal delays, and dare I say it, maybe a little lighter than yesterday. We've got northbound on 95, a little heavy into 38, back to 36 or so. South on the Merritt, we are heavy here from Route 8. 50, 52. We'll go 50 down through south of 49, maybe. So that's 111.49. 48. So 52.48 is heavy, and then 40 down through, roughly about exits 30. And Mera Parkway, I always get, I don't know, lost with the exits 35. 40 to 35, 95 is heavy from, I'll say 19 down through about 6. Hudson Valley, both ways of the cross county, heavy here at the Hutch, and then on over to the Bronx River Parkway. Let's see here. Southbound thruway is busy across the Cuomo Tappan Z, and then east some sun glare there as we head into White Plains. Let's go to the Hudson Valley because I think there's something happening on the Taconic maybe. East, no, nothing reported. Sprain, I should say. Looks like the Sprain has got some kind of a crash here. Looks like it's going south of the Taconic Parkway. This is 100C. Let's see, is this Grasslands Road? That's 100. What's 100C? Grasslands Road. Okay. Oh, it's a little banged up there. We didn't really do the Bronx here this morning. So just our normal delays on the Deegan, on the Sawmill, into the Henry Hudson, across Bronx, and the southbound Bruckner is jacked up ways here out through the construction on the Deegan, and then the Henry Hudson is really busy all the way down into the 120s or so. Up to Rockland County, shall we? Thruway, we're seeing some delays here into Spring Valley. Looks like we may have a hit there. Cameras in again here at 8:13. Again, you're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. We'll be here for about the next 25 minutes or so, half hour. I know we came on a little bit late this morning, but we will do our best to give you a full hour of broadcasting. Let's see what we got here this morning. Camera doesn't really show us anything. There's definitely something happening before the toll plaza. Let's see what we've got. It's not being reported by anybody. Whatever it is either cleared or still active on the shoulder, maybe. Let's see. Orange County is fine. 84 Route 6. The thruway is good. East on 84 is busy here. Fairly sluggish ride. East of the Taconic Parkway. What is that? Exit 52A. 684 is crowded here south of Daytona and Route 22. A busy ride. Let's go to Transit MTA before we get back to Raine in the Weather Center. Wow. Where did that come from? Half the subways are delayed. Far Rockaway bound A trains delayed while we investigate why trains brakes activated Aqueduct, North Conduit Avenue. Northbound trains are running local in Upper Manhattan, A and D. Expect delays A, B, C, D. F are running with extensive delays both directions. We're seeing track 565th. M and R trains are running with delays as well. JMZ are running with delays. Both directions to remove the train had its brakes activated in Myrtle Avenue. So we're looking at delays A, B, C, E, F, M, J, Z, N, Q, R, W. It's like an eye chart. Looks like the only delays letter wise are on the shuttles and the G and the L, but the first this 1 through 7, the numbered lines seem to be fine. Let's take a look at what's going on to the Metro North. Whoa. Long Island Railroad Metro North is on or close, so that's good news. Let's go to Raine here in the Weather Center for a check of your forecast. Good morning.
Good morning, Don, and happy Thursday morning to everybody. Looking at our headlines for today, we are experiencing some spring-like temperatures ahead this week, which is obviously not normal considering it is November. And those warm temperatures do continue throughout the weekend. And then as we move into next week, around Tuesday, that's when our temperatures will start to cool down back to normal for how it would be for fall. Looking at our commute forecast, nothing to say here for the morning and the evening. Looking like clear skies, sunny skies as well, so really nothing of concern. And then looking at our futurecast, for the remainder of today, everything looks like clear skies, barely a cloud in the sky, everything's looking great, so make sure to get outside and enjoy it while you can. Moving into Friday, really nothing of concern either, some thickening clouds at times, but really nothing, just clouds, and that's pretty much it. And moving into Saturday, the same could be said, some passing clouds, but no precipitation or anything. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Raine. We'll have another check and last and final check there just before we sign off here in about 20 minutes or so. So again, that will have our 7-day weather forecast coming up here very, very shortly. So thank you, Raine and the Weather Watchers group for providing, I should say, the forecast for us. And we thank our good friend John Rocco, the president of the Weather Watchers group, for all the help he gives us on a daily basis. Let's go back to New Jersey now. Let's dial this in, see if anything's changed. Still at Parkway southbound, accident in Union at 140 by the Union Water Tower. Turnpike, truck lanes north of 14. All lanes are open there. Looking at a crash. Still looking at this crash on Long Island. Or really, it's just in Queens. East on the expressway, just east of the Cross Island Parkway, about a half mile or so. Dealing with 2 left lanes are shut there. I guess the only saving thing here is that there are 4 lanes through this stretch. Good morning. Today's mood. Sleepy, right? Yeah, I agree with you on that, Connor. Yeah, tough getting up this morning. Let's see here. So we have one of the vehicles on the flatbed, so that's being cleared. So hopefully no one was seriously injured or injured at all, but I do not see any EMS on scene, so I guess that's welcome news. So there goes one of the vehicles. Looks like the big Lexus RX is being hauled off to the shop. And looks like he's got another vehicle in tow behind him on the back. Wow. Maybe they're just trying to get it off the road and then sort out the pieces later. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Let's see if the DOT follows him over. Come on, DOT. Move that camera over. Ah, there we go. There's really no shoulder. Oh, maybe they're just going to bring them off at Little Lake Parkway here. Oh, the gorgeous fall colors. Wow. Let's see what happens. There's another truck over here that there's some guy standing there on the exit. What's going on with that? Okay, so now it looks like the cruiser pulled over. So maybe they're going to put that other vehicle that's on the back of the wrecker onto the flatbed here. Just kind of keep with this in real time to see how this kind of plays out. what happens here. Let's see if they drop that vehicle off. No, they're going right past him. Oh, no. Now they're stopping. Oh, wait. No. Going. All right, so they're gone. So I don't know what this vehicle is doing here with the tow. Looks like getting in the truck, and let's see if they follow it over now. No, 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 no. Oh, okay. Yeah, someone's at the switch here. I don't know what that was about, why they were waiting for that to go. Now, this emergency vehicles, let's hope they move. So, what is I don't see anything. Huh. And that's what screws up traffic too, is the fact of the matter is that, the car is just sitting here, maybe forgets to turn the lights off. Huh. Well, all the lanes are open on the LIE, but as we say in the traffic biz, damage is done, friends. Damage is done. We are well back through Queens Boulevard. Right here, it could probably take you probably maybe an extra 45 to an hour just to go east. I mean, if you can bail here at the Grand Central and hit east, but again, it's just almost the same amount of time, really. Outbound Gowanus collision still being cleared. So that's out of the way, so we can remove ourselves from the scene. Let's go back to the Gowanus situation. Yep, that's still there. Wow, we got a very active scene there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. 4 cars. We got fire units out on scene. Wow. So, but that is just, resulted in catastrophic traffic conditions back through to the LIE. Wow. Look at that. Wow. All right. So we've got that to contend with. So the city is kind of falling apart at the seams there. The southbound side of the Parkway here in Union still jacked up getting into Morris Avenue, Route 22. It's also affecting the traffic on westbound 22 because I believe, I don't think it's past the exit here, but I think just if you've driven this section and if you've been through this area of last 10, 15 years or whatever, you remember that there was a ton of foliage, ton of trees and all kinds of stuff. Fact is, I think if we go to the maps and show you this, probably will show you what this looked like at one point. So like all these trees. So this is kind of the beginnings of this construction. I thought maybe we'd be able to get something a little bit latter half. That's June. Parking lot. Oh, come on. Crumbs. Here. So, if I'm not mistaken, this used to have all kinds of trees and things like that. They're all gone. I believe the fact of the matter is all these trees are gone as well. This is October 2020. Okay, so this shows a little bit better before they started the construction. So 2022, you can see a lot of these trees are now long gone as they're replacing these bridges. Extensive work. I mean, it had to be done, but it is just extensive. Let's see if the parkway shows it. And you can see most of those trees are gone. And I think coming off of 22, you can kind of see the flashing lights and stuff up onto the up and onto the parkway. Different that's the new Wawa there. But this used to be Highway Bowl. That's all gone. This is some construction project, and I'd be very curious to see what it's all going to look like in the end. This is July 2022. Here or not. Anyway, we've digressed way off the runway here this morning. So let's widen this up. Dial this in. Looks like 78 now may have some sort of an issue. 21 south of Brook Avenue in Clifton. There's a crash there, and I think there is some sort of a crash here. Yep. East on 78 before 24 and Old Wick Road. And that's starting to go downhill substantially. 287 both ways, busy into exits between 14 down to 10. East on 22 is heavy in Mountainside at New Providence Road. Crash. It's right here. It's easier if we do it this way. There we go. PK Drive. There's 21 south just before Route 3. Got the two right lanes shut down, blocked. The delay behind it is not terrible. Again, it looks like it just happened moments ago, heading south. So again, maybe about a 5-minute backup or so at this point. Parkway is still a lot of traffic here, obviously heading south at East Orange all the way down through Union. 17 are accident cleared at Rochelle Park at Central Avenue. East on 46, both ways here, heavy at Route 3. Both ways of 80 is heavy here at Route 20 into Route 19. South along 208 is heavy here, getting into Fair Lawn this morning. Both ways of Route 4 at Hackensack Avenue is crowded. Construction outside my place or what, but it just sounds like there's saws and hammers and what's going on. About an hour still at the George, about 45 at the Lincoln, and about a half at the Holland Tunnel. So just kind of our, regular progression of traffic for the most part, except for that, obviously the East LIE here at Little Neck, that's gone now, but reopened. Head to South Jersey. It looks like something's happening here on 195 now. Going to the west. 195 is an interesting road because there's a lot of areas that there's just no exit. So we're going to go west of this Monmouth Road. Yeah. What is that? 517? 537. That's the exit for Great Adventure. So west of exit 16, there's definitely something happening there. I'd have to say, well, let's do, this is 15, I should say. 11. So east of exit 11, but going west, there's some sort of a crash there on 195er. It looks like we got something going on here, maybe to the Pensy Turnpike extension. Dial that in. We've got about 5-6 minutes left before we have to head off here. Oh, those cameras don't show us a thing. Bada bing. So, I mean, definitely know that there is absolutely something going on there. It's a little slow. 29 Trenton Tunnel is busy. Down here, 42-295, we're starting to thin it out fairly well. Just some light congestion. And Franklin is still tied up a bit into Philly, but that's to be expected. Head down into Cape May, Brigantine, Avalon, Wildwood, Cape May, Stone Harbor, all in great shape here in the AM. We'll go out to Long Island. Really not anything terrible except for that eastbound LIE here at 62. Closure there with that. The exit ramp on the service road is shut, causing that flipped over truck. Connecticut, just kind of regular traffic here along the Merritt out of 52 down through 46 into 44, and then heavier here from 40, 39 down to 36, 35. 95 is heavy. We'll put that delay now at about 17 into Greenwich at exit 5. Naugatuck looks like there's some issues here along Route 8. Heavy traffic into Beacon Falls. Is that Nixon Falls, where Sonny Corinthos was held captive by Nina Reeves? Connor says, your stream via Twitter is perfect. Just check it out. Oh, thank you, sir. Excellent. Yeah, I'm curious to see. I haven't been on Twitter in a while, but that's most of my following. I have 2,500 subscribers, followers, whatever you want to call it there. I just don't know whether Twitter is the platform for a show like this, because I don't know how many people are actually just stopping and watching Twitter. It's more of a news feed, so you're kind of just scrolling through it. So, and I can't get the comments from Twitter, unfortunately. So I'm not sure when that's going to happen with StreamYard. So, but we'll, I'll go back and look at the metrics and see where we're at. So the other issue here is the spraying getting south. Before we wrap up, let's just see if there are some cameras there on the spraying. Yes. Yes. Putting those cones out. Okay, so the left lane is shut there on the spraying. Grasslands Road 100C heading out to 287. Definitely know that is the issue there. Cameras back. Oh no. Oh no. I ruined the whole show now. Oh no. No, 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 no. No. Quit. I don't know where the show went. Hold on. There we go. Wow. One errand button push. And see, that's what traffic cameras should look like. Full HD, right ear rock, full motion video. There we go. That's what it should be in 2022. Anyway, soapbox here. So we know what we got cooking there. Let's repopulate here this morning the MTA, because that's where we're seeing the majority of our delays. And then we'll do the Hudson River crossings again. And then I think, again, ACE, BD, F, MN, R, W, all with delays. There's a lot of things popping off there on the subways this morning. We've got some delays now on the New Haven branch, 616 from New Haven to Grand Central, operating 10:15 late because of a late arriving connection. So be mindful of that. But Long Island Railroad, some delays here on the Port Jeff branch due to single tracking. Port Jeff doing a Penn Station 925, 10 to 15 late there. All right, friends, I think that's going to do it here because I have to reconnect with the on New Jersey, our friends there. So certainly dial that in here at the top of 9 o'clock. Join myself, Kara, Christina, meteorologist Mike Favetta in the Weather Center. We'll have a little more of a deeper dive on what the weekend and what our plans are for this weekend coming up. So definitely tune us in again. That's on New Jersey, both on Facebook as well as on YouTube. So I want to thank Connor and Alexandra here this morning. I know it's kind of a shortened show. I owe you probably hours of time, but I will be back tomorrow at 7. Trust me, we'll be back tomorrow at 7. So I want to thank all of our sponsors as well: Crime for Vanilla Bean Creamery, Shaved Cave, Travels with Darley, and also Maxim Motor Cars. We'll get to the full sponsors and stuff tomorrow. Just there's a lot of things coming into the traffic center with our accidents and so forth. So I just wanted to get to that. So have a terrific Thursday. Drive safely, get out and enjoy this weather, and we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.